everybody, this is Venus Callida. I decided to call our meeting above the ruins today, get some fresh air and the beautiful summer evening sky, because we don't get to do that very often. In the months to come, it's gonna get colder, and it's getting colder already, and I just want us to enjoy. Now, we've been able to clean up our ruins a bit since we first escaped here, to get away from the eternal conscription pattern, which you'll know more about if you look into our playlist for Brave Immortal Souls. We have been planning the escape for M-Soul from the rehabilitation tent, and we've got him out. You haven't heard the episode yet. It needs to be produced and posted, but it is scripted, and we're going to be working on that. But anyways, I'd like to open this month's second guild meeting. We only have them once every 2 weeks now, and it is August the 19th. You can see here in our Roman numerals, found and are reusing some of the scrap marble bits that are still around, and we've rejuvenated, moved in some of the nature. We won't look at any missing brick or mosaic flooring as a bad thing. We can use it to grow some things that maybe some are even edible. So we make use of every space, make do. I'm sure so many of us make do out there as we rebuild our world. And I want you to see more of my world, more of what we're doing with our hideout to make it more livable as we grow, as we find more people, as we get more mercenaries, and take on this world and rebuild ourselves. So here we are. And so let's get on with the topics of our meeting. Some of you have been here before. You know my format. So, gains. Let me tell you about what's been going on. We are now, I'm concluding, getting down to ending my 5th month as a new VTuber. Yes, my channel's been around a lot longer than that, but I did not have the rigged avatar of myself to show myself to you. I was in spirit form. I was disembodied soul for a few months, and finally I'm embodied and living it up and rebuilding. And so I want to say, using Roman numerals because I thought it would be fun, since I am an ancient Roman elf and sometimes mermaid. So we are back up to 115 subscribers. I'm very thankful. We did lose a few of them, my monster, but they were the younger children, and I guess they wanted someone to be live every day to hang out with. And while I do want to open up gaming nights, and if there are things people want to see, if they're live with me on gaming night, I definitely will do it. And again, on our guild meetings at the end, when I do the open forum segment, that is where you could do the wish list if you want to see me play something where we just chit chat. That part of the evening, it will be near the end of the guild meetings. Guild meetings, the length of them, when I first started out, I was very, very formal, and they took about 2 hours. Everything I did took about 2 hours, but I've cut back dramatically. It could be 20 minutes, could be 15 minutes, depending on how much there is to tell you. So I can tell you that I have over 484, including this video right here, videos already posted. I don't know if it counts the stuff that is gone live and becomes a video thereafter, but in addition to that, I have a whole bunch, 1 or more, up to 3 per day, ready to launch for you. And on the 22nd, there's going to be quite a lot more, because I'm going to be issuing you guys some challenges and see if anyone takes me up on it. And I'm even offering a prize for the challenge that I'm going to issue on the 22nd. So keep your eyes out for that. At that time, I'm going to have to remember to post. There's a form that's going to come in. There are going to be a few things I'm going to use that community tab for, since I couldn't get people interested in voting for stuff. Instead, I'm going to make things you can print from that area from time to time. Right now, there's a coloring page that's up. A whole bunch of things will go there. But I'm not going to take anything down so you can't see it. I'm going to really make use of that community tab as much as I can. Coloring pages. There will be some postcards. There's going to be a scorecard for the game challenge, and there'll be other challenges after that as well. So just keep your eyes out. A lot of different things going on. Also, views. Take a look at that Roman numeral. I've figured this out. Mille, deme, mille, cento, cento, cento. If you add all of that up, if you know Italian, Spanish people might be able to understand what I just said, or Latin people, they can understand me. Okay, so mille is 1,000. Mille, half 1,000, so that's 1,500 already. Cento, that's 300, so 5 plus 3, 800. So we have 1,800 views. Let me just double check that. Plus, and then some. This past month, the last 28 days, and that is what the analytics are counting, watching. It is up from the past. That's good. We are up in how many subscribers? I gained 6 in the last 28 days. Hoping for more, hoping to retain more. Here's the thing that's gone up significantly, which I wasn't sure how it would ever budge. That was a big thing I was fussing with when making the super short shorts way back in April. The average view duration for my videos used to be, if I was lucky, 5 to 8 seconds. And now average view duration is up 1 minute 46 seconds. Now it has been a little higher at times, but this is good. It seems to have been stable through this month. Though less people are watching each of the longer videos, they're staying with each of the longer videos for a little longer, and yet my gaming videos still get more watch time. Even though I may be gaming by myself at the time, again, when I do these shows, often the people that most follow me are in different time zones, and so you're watching at different times than when I can be live, because you may be asleep or at work or whatever, and I understand. For now. But I'm hoping that will get better. So other things that are gained, so sort of, Delta is a new subscriber. He's our new subscriber out there. He is a VTuber, and he's got a character. You're going to see a new door game coming out where more of you subscribers who have not kept your information private or who talk to me so I know your name, you guys are going to be in the next door games, and I'm going to keep trying to put your names and create characters or avatars for you if you don't already have one for yourself in your channel, because some of you don't post. So I'm trying to look at the things you are following to try to pick a character for you, and you can give me your feedback when you see the door game or create one for yourself that you want me to use. But Delta's given me permission to use his icon in the door game, so I've got something that he made of himself. Dr. Coffee, same thing. I'm using his Freaky Wizard logo. He is the Freaky Wizard, Dr. Coffee. He is my collaborator who gave me permission at first to use 2 of his songs when I first started out as a VTuber, after he saw one of my affirmation videos, and he was so supportive of me, and in the end he liked what his songs were being attributed to with those affirmations, which were very positive, because I want to try to support people and help people. I know we get so busy in our lives, we forget to compliment the people in our lives. We forget to tell them why we love them, why we like them, why they're awesome. And so we forget that about ourselves, and we get so stressed up in everything. And so it was so nice for him to give me that confident boost and support what I'm doing. And he gave me permission to use any and all of his songs any way I can. Of course, I'm only using instrumental versions of his work, but I do credit him whenever I'm using his work, and I make sure he sees a link to the videos so that he knows, and in case he ever changes his mind. And that is what I'm doing with any collaborator that's collaborating with me, although my collaborations are not like the typical anime artist out there who's VTubing with their characters, because they get together and they game together and they know each other and they might know each other in the real world, and so they're having fun online together in interviews. I'm hoping to find people who will do that with me. Delta has given me permission to spoof one of the pictures he's made where he's guarding Foamlandia. And, you know, I'm a mercenary. We raid. All of us, the subscribers that join me from WoW, who play WoW with me, you know, Noriyama, Marson, Soar, Eternal Flame, Pumpkin, there's a bunch. Cordrogue is here. Piscana has been here and said hi, although under a different moniker. Hi, viewer. Welcome in. The guild meeting has begun. I'm just mentioning some of our gains. I'm very excited about Delta giving me permission to spoof on his guarding of Foamlandia, because you know I've got a script in my head as soon as I saw that picture. And my mercenary group, you're going to see the door game coming out for picking your mercenary team. We're going out and we're going to raid Foamlandia. and I'm gonna that's gonna come out when I have the chance to produce it before the end of the month. Delta, we're coming for you, so you better be a really good guard. I'll send him a copy too as well to see, and I will credit him when the time comes. I've also had a game with the original collaborator, Dr. Coffee from Freaky Wizard. You all know, if you follow my dinner shows, that snack night is the third Tuesday of every month because I'm attending. And this coming Tuesday, I'm going to be launching the first reveal of a game I invented for the Game Board Inventors Club, which has to do with our guild here and my VTubing persona, my rating persona, whatever. And once it's launched, if this becomes something that becomes real, it's something I could gift out or sell out to my subscribers. It was originally going to be a coded video game that I could give out to you guys as a gift to thank you for being my subscriber. However, I've learned that I need to learn a lot more about coding. I understand the theory, I understand the basics, but it's just not working out for me the way I see it. Just like when I want to make lofi beats and make my own music to put into my videos, it's just not working out, or maybe I'm too much of a critic, I don't know. But they're just not working out in a way that sounds right. So for now, I'm putting those things on hold and working on the physical game, a physical handmade game. And if it does work out, I will launch that for you guys as well. But that is going to be, and so what I've done is to show you guys the world that I moved through. I've gotten the permission of 4 business owners, the 2 who own Freaky Wizard, the one who owns the book inn behind them, and then the guy that it designs his own and runs the escape room in the back, a wizarding world through and through, and they've allowed me to tour it. I've learned that I go too fast through, even though I thought I was being slow, and one of the videos is too blurry, so I have to go back one more time. But I'm going to be giving you a video walkthrough of the wizarding world where Dr. Coffee, the wizard, is thriving, and where this music is coming from. You're going to see it, and all their handiwork. So these are things in the works, and of course Noriyama's song, it does exist. I'm still fussing with it. I don't like it somehow. It's like 2 different song rhythms, and I haven't figured out how to make that fit yet. I have to play with it, but we will be getting a second edition of Follow the Venus's Bouncing Head instead of Follow the Bouncing Ball to sing with me. These things, there's so many scripts. I have scripted things right into the end of September because I got the job. So that's another gain in the real world. Also, I had the promise that I set out right from my first guild meeting that if I have to sit in front of a computer for multi-hours a day, and I used to be, like, before COVID, a physical person, COVID forced me indoors to sit in a chair, and that had bad repercussions for my health. I have lost all of the weight that I gained this past year. I am so very happy. I have swam almost every single day. You guys have heard about it. I have to cut things short sometimes online because I am going to drink water, or mostly it's water. Sometimes it's juice. I need sometimes to get some electrolytes in that, but mostly it's been water, ice cubes as my best friends this summer, with cement leaves sometimes, with a little bit of juice mixed in sometimes. But for the most part, I have met that goal, and I'm very happy to say that I'm healthier, even though doing the VTubing makes me sit so much more than I ever had before. COVID was the worst for that because I had to work online in the day job and then to game at night, and I hate to say I've sent out apology letters to my friends in the gaming world because as much as I want to be there with them and I'm a GM of 2 guilds, it's been very hard to do this and that and have the day job and go to school this past year. It's been something where I've really had to watch my time and very much stick to make myself go swimming even if I don't feel like it, because that has made all the difference for me, and I encourage everyone out there, I am proof you can do it. So I've lost 18 pounds. I've lost 18 pounds in, what are we, a month and a half. That is staying off. It is not waffling up and down. There is 3 pounds that waffles up and down. I don't count that. I count only the part that I don't come back into. And my goal was 30. I still have 2 weeks to work on it, but who are we kidding? I don't think I'll make that much, but at least as long as what I lose stays off, I have to keep drinking the water, I have to keep going for walks, I have to keep having moments where I put down everything, because I did miss a bit of sunshine this summer, which I do regret. But we're gonna get out there, make sure that I stop every day and I go swim for a couple hours. Um, I'm gonna say, and even in the swimming, I had a goal to try to meet a goal of someone else who's a swim buddy of mine, and I actually went past that goal. I have made my slowest stroke be as fast as my fastest stroke, but I can only sustain in 40 to 50 minutes. That last 10 minutes in the first hour, I get slower. But I'll say I can do. Of 25-meter is a lap. I am doing right now, and it may be slow compared to a lot of people out there who grew up swimming, but I think I did, what was it, 52 laps in 54 minutes, and then the rest of the minutes were getting in and out. So because sometimes I'm only there for 1 hour if I'm going at night, and that's because I get so interested in so many things I need to get done now, and that's because in September I got the job I interviewed for 2 months ago. They finally found the guy who went out on the land, who lives out on the land in the summertime. He finally came in and saw technology and got a hold of the person looking for my references in time, and I got the job. So I may have my very first permanent contract to have some stability, and it's going to be the first 2 years will be under review and having to do lots of meetings, to do a lot of paperwork. It's going to take up a lot of time. So I'm already getting ready to schedule my whole life. And I'm scheduling my gaming. I've switched the gaming nights to be the opposite nights of One Eye, do the live shows, and I wanted to have scripts done in advance so that in September, while I'm focusing on the new job and meeting my new boss and everything that will be new, that I will be able to have my shows popping in for you every day, one or more, because for the analog or for the whatever thingy from the YouTube stuff that keeps me being shown and showing my thumbnails so that I have that chance to get more subscribers while I'm at work, it's going to be working for me, and it's going to be popping for me because I can pre-schedule, and so far I have not found that there's any cap on how much I can stick in there. So the next 2 weeks of stuff, everything's popping around 3 in the morning, 3:15 in the morning, because some stat told me that that's when you guys are awake. I guess that depends on what time zone you're all in, but so that it'll be there for the day ahead. By the time I had to work, my stuff's already out for the day, and I can take a bit of a breather and work on the real world stuff and just show up for my live shows. That will take so much pressure off. So these are all gains for me. Even though I've been sitting more in order to do this, I am healthier than when I first sat down to do this. I was very nervous at the time about putting so much time in sitting, but because I've been very aggressive about the time in taking my morning walks in a park after, when I eat my breakfast, and going swimming, usually first thing in the morning, which is the best thing really, is great. Once I get this job, I'm going to be back to commuting unless I move, and that makes it all harder. Whew, but I'll still be committed to do my best, and if I have to shift around the shows a little bit to make sure I get that hour of swim at the end of the day, which will be the only time as a commuter between Monday and Friday I'll be able to keep swimming, and then I'll spend more time on the weekends swimming. So blah blah blah. Maybe that's not interesting to you guys and I bored you to tears and you've left the channel, but hopefully not. Hopefully you like my ruins here as we're cleaning up our environment. Now, also in my original goals, and now we're coming into the end of my 5th month and we're now in my 6th month as a VTuber. I can't call myself, I think, a new or rookie VTuber anymore. I think I've kind of reached a different status level. I'm pretty comfortable with popping out shows, and I'm doing it very differently than when I started. Some of my pieces of equipment right now I'm not using at all, where in the beginning, before I had a rigged avatar, using it all. So things keep evolving, things keep changing for me as I learn or get into patterns. Now, the last thing is that goal, that one of those other goals I had was to level myself up in Dragonflight in the World of Warcraft in front of your eyes. And I'd like to say that while I'm not necessarily raid worthy for Dragonflight, I am surviving dungeons and PvP without getting trolled, and I'm definitely able to go into whatever was before Shadowlands. Like, I mixed up all the names of our expansions now, but Shadowlands is a world of the dead. But everything before that, I can definitely raid worthy for all of that and start running around just to collect gold and to try to start I call it playing filling the holes. I like to fill the holes in the guild bank so that if I can't be there in person to help the guildies, they can take things out of the bank that they could sell or use or wear, buffs and potions and all the rest that I collect or make myself. We can make armor. And my officers, of course, especially Piscana, has kept doing it for me. She's kind of held it together when I couldn't be there this summer, because we had a lot of changes there too. But it seems like everything is going in the right direction. It's giving me more confidence, giving me more excitement, giving me more inspiration. And also I was able to complete the goal of topping up certain playlists that I hadn't been able to work on very much during the school year. But this summer, I've got over, I don't know, I've got quite a lot for Allow for Happy and Self-Care with V&M Soul. I haven't done too much in the sleep stuff, but again, those videos that I sit on, those longer scripts, those 8-hour and 6-hour shows, I'm not allowed to finish them in the programming I have because I refuse to pay for premium. Until I monetize, I cannot pay one more penny. I invested a lot in the rigged avatar, so everything else I've got to learn how to do myself somehow. And so what I've instead switched to this summer in July and August, you'll notice, is there are a lot of 1 minute to 5 minute or 6 minute, 7-ish minutes, maybe 10-ish minutes of let's stop and have a mind break. You can stretch to it, or you can march on the spot, or you can just sit there and have a hydrating beverage and feel better and just have a break from whatever you're doing, because people work through their breaks and they work through their lunches, and quite frankly, that's an employee's abuse of their employer. And the employee. The employer should not make their employees do that. And if you don't stop yourself, no one will. Take your breaks. Move. We get this one life. Move whatever you can move. Hydrate yourself. Let your mind de-stress and relax. If you need just quiet, just have silence. So even some of my mindful breaks, looking at different types of animals, for example, on animal celebration days, I think that's something that we can enjoy. I've got a whole bunch of flower pictures I made, and I made one of my own photography on Photography Day. And I know that some people are sick of hearing about let's celebrate this or that on particular days. I don't want to date my videos because I want people to use them whenever they need. So I try to make comments, or I try to make the titles different from Let's Celebrate Now, but then tell you what the celebration is so you know what inspired the video. Although, come back to them anytime you need. So there's been a lot of gains, and I'm really proud of that. And with the views being up and the average view duration time being up, that means I've got more stamina of watch time from the viewers passing through. We still have a very big split between who my subscribers are that come back and who the viewers are out there that are staying quiet, that don't have YouTube or accounts. They want to keep their privacy, but they do come back, as some of them I've actually talked to, and they just don't want to make these accounts. So I don't have the number of subscribers representing how many return viewers I actually have. And I wish I could change their minds, but I do respect people wanting their privacy. So I'm just hoping, now we're going to move on to my next part of the guild meeting. I'm taking longer than usual, but I guess I'm more excited than I thought I was about all of this news. So here we go. I'm loving my tablets. I've got to tell you, I love marbles, so yeah. So here we go. In my trials, in the things that I'm finding the hardest, getting the subscribers. Please help me with that. Beg everyone you know. Meet new people and tell them about me. I'm almost at the point that I think I should make myself little business cards and hand them out when I go to conventions. I have broke it down and changed my mind. I am going to go to the next convention, but not for the full 4 days. I used to make a holiday of it. It's just too expensive. Hotel prices are absolutely insane, and there's no way I can afford it. But I decided I will drive the long distance and drive to Toronto, and I will be there for 1 day only on the Friday, the 25th. And this is a night I'm supposed to do Tuck In and Chill. I will do Tuck In and Chill, but you'll notice that I have in the schedule bounced us an extra hour to give me the chance to get lost and unlost and find my way home in time to tell you stuff. But on this day when I'm going there, I'm going to be listening to one or two podcasters read their horror stories, because that's what my Friday nights are kind of for. People like the ghost stories, they like the scary and eerie stuff. It was supposed to be to help people fall asleep and feature new sleep aid videos, but while I sit on making sleep aid videos, I will definitely keep telling the stories. So I want to see how they do it and make some notes. Also, they're going to have some artists there that show us how to draw things. One of them is going to be talking about how to create your own fantasy world around a character. And Venus Callida, this is my character. I am a mercenary. I'm a death knight. I have evaded the eternal conscript situation with my fellow guildies, and as a mercenary group, we have found some ruins. Again, ancient Roman heritage. We found some ruins, and we've got our war room. You guys usually know it as the beige and the red with gold flecks, a marble backed wall, and you're gonna see more visuals to show you better views, backed up views of these areas from my original concept. The original artist Dante found it too hard. He's used to being a comic drawer, but not for VTubing. I'm his first VTubing model, and so he gave up on making the world, but he was making a beautiful one. So Dante, I wish you'd change your mind, because you almost had it done and then gave in. And I really would have liked to use it, but I am using my skills to still try to bring you my world as best as I can, and I'm showing it to you through these guild meetings and also through the Brave Immortal Souls series when I can sneak it in to show you. And I'm using the door game to do that a little bit too, to help build the environment, help build our worldscape. And some of our guild meetings will be above ground. Some of them are in the dungeons, as you know, under our tunnels. Some of them are in the war room, and I've got more backed up pictures of the war room that I made with artificial AI. I don't know why it all seemed to come out this year, but it's working for me. So although some of them out there now are getting very picky about using them and how to credit them as yours or theirs or whatever, so I'm doing only free stuff, and once I max my 5 free whatevers, I go look for another one, because I'm not going to pay for anything again. I'm only using what's free, but when I say I did it, that's mine. Then that's when the program has said I can do that. Now, in saying that, platforms. So I did want to try to view in different platforms at the same time. You know that I tried and bombed at that in May and June, because again, I didn't understand everything with Streamlabs is really meant for YouTubers that are using the live human world and human bodies instead of rigged avatars, beautiful animes like myself. And so it couldn't be done. And when I tried to run two at the same time, it just crashed the system. So, I crashed a few times back in early summer this year trying to get around the system, and I couldn't do it. Also, I'm seeing that how I would use Twitter or how I use my avatar. I'm not even sure how I'm making memes yet, or if I'm going there or want to try. But I've tried to get onto TikTok, so I do put some of my shorts on there whenever I've got a bunch of shorts that are live. I'll do it. But nobody's going to see it except the people who are my followers. But how do they ever learn to follow me? So again, the trouble is, but if you're already following me on YouTube, that's what I want. But trying to get my Facebook friends, I've got over 1,000, to come here and be VTuber, YouTube, they're just not doing it. I don't know how to convince them. And a lot of people who are friends who said they did aren't my subscribers anymore, unless maybe they're on some kind of hidden private setting and I just can't see them. Some of them are here, but some of them said they weren't left or aren't, and I can't make them. So I'm a little confused about that, a little frustrated, because if they would move over with me, then then we'd be done. I could monetize. I really want to monetize and get into merch and all of that and figure out how to make prizes and gifts for my subscribers. But I'm just very eager, and I'm hoping that this happens before I run out of steam. But I am going to see this through for the first year or maybe two. I'm not sure what will happen after that point. I'm really hoping this will blow up. And I haven't found, again, the right algorithm. It's not working. Like, I go back and I use their tips and it's not opening up. So I don't know. I don't know. But I also know I started with niche markets that are more, I don't know, but we'll say that I'm the variety show kind, and I'm going to keep lending myself to that as much as I can, and just keep going. I'm just going to keep going. That's all I can do, right? So the final thing that are the trials, things that I'm going to be facing as I shift into September. I am worried. I am really scheduling my time. I won't have as much time to swim. I will have to commute. I will need to make some time for gaming nights. If I don't show up at least twice a week, I've lost too many people being AWOL, and it's not fair to my officer because we've lost a couple of officers. Again, COVID hit us all pretty hard, and some of us, although we are, out there moving around and getting jobs again and all that, we have the debt we've created on our credit cards to get through the times we didn't have work before and sitting on not having work right now, and everyone who's had to move, and myself including, might have to move. None of the prices of anything out there is lower or reasonable or manageable, and I don't know how people are surviving if they've got children that they're feeding and putting into sports or doing anything outside of just sending them to school. I just don't know how people are doing it, because I'm looking at this saying how hard it is for me as a single person, and I'm not going to shack up with someone just to try to make it easier, because often that other person, even roommates, other of my friends out there who are subscribers here know, the roommate falls through. We're not designed to carry other people. We need them to be able to carry themselves. So I don't know, but it's all a strain, and so the timing I'm going to really have to schedule tightly. I did open up doing gaming every night, every Thursday night in August, because I thought with that gain of 9 people all of a sudden by doing my singing monsters, but then not being willing to do it every single day for that group that was interested in it, a lot of them jumped ship after 2 weeks. And even though I was bending the guild stuff and the Tuesday night stuff and the Sunday night stuff to do it afterward, I didn't want to spend 5 hours online and saying no and turning it off. I lost those people just as quickly. So I've been gaming on the extra nights by myself, saying, what am I doing? And is this fun? Am I having fun right now? This is just too much, because I still have the real world to balance. So in September, I'm going back to the just every other week, unless it's like a bonus night because something special's come up or there's been a special request. But when I get special requests, if the people don't show up, I'm saying to myself, no. I should just stick to my schedule. But I am seeing that my gaming is where I have gained people live. And in the gaming, it's not the cutesy kitty stuff. I don't want to target the under 18s because of what my main goals for being here are for the adults. And so yeah, although the hardcore games that guys like, I think, the shoot 'em up and all the racing stuff would be the stuff to get them to find them and bring them here, because every once in a while my analytics say that it's all guys following me, but I know I'm talking to the women who are in my guilds because they're giving me the feedback. So I'm not sure what it's picking up on unless they're using their husband's accounts. I don't know. But that's a funny thing to me. So as I know you're both in here, men and women, and I just hope I don't turn the men off doing things that are too girly. But gamer at heart, World of Warcraft at heart, Death Knight at heart, mercenary at heart. So I want to go back to, if I'm stressed for time, to just maintain my core where I came from, and I didn't develop as many stories as I wanted for Brave Immortal Souls, but some things have gone in there now, and those door games that are helping me build the concept of that fantasy world for Venus, Callida, and all you guys in it, they're gonna go there too. I decided there can be fun stuff as well as the serious and the sad stuff. So we're gonna be doing that. And I teeter on the Dark Feast stuff once in a while when I'm talking alone with Hero Flame, but I've been warned by some of my subscribers, don't go there. Everyone's sad. So anyways, we're gonna move on because I'm really rambling today. Last week I didn't have too much to say. I was out of steam. I thought I'd be out of steam for today, but I'm not. So here we go. Action plans. I'm not sure how much I can do, but right now I'm actioning, pre-taping things, pre-scripting things for like a month or two in advance at a time. I'm now trying to produce those things and get them pre-posted, ready to pop automatically, because I'm going to need to shift my focus. So when I get the breaks, I want to get that done. I'm going to keep asking people, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please make a dummy YouTube account. If you don't want to give your real information, give whatever information. Use a character like I do. And please hit the subscribe button. Tell everybody you know. If you're lacking for something to tell a new person you've just met, tell them about me and see if they'll join us too. I'm going to keep gaming because the gaming side of what I do is when people talk to me usually, and that is when I can pull people in and become subscribers. And I wouldn't have met Delta if I wasn't gaming. And Delta, I'm going to be making a video. I'm coming after Foamlandia. I've got to break down that door. It's just an itch I've got to scratch. As soon as I saw you standing there, oh so perfectly, patiently guarding. I have to do it. Finally, I'm just going to keep going. I mean, I am making mistakes. We are seeing blurry stuff. I don't want it to be blurry. It's not on purpose. I'm not playing a game. I really am playing around with a lot of things on I'll call it a monitor and a half. It's one little one here. But I'm really trying my best to make things sound as best as I can, to make things look as clear as possible, so that you can enjoy it and not hate it and not turn away. But I will continue to take your feedback. And also, if there's any subscriber out there trying to talk to me right now, I need you to know, Hero Flame was telling me in a comment section, I have my chat screen open. It says 0 viewers. I don't see anybody here. I haven't seen any I was gonna call it lyrics, any script of text messaging. So if you're out there, I do not know what the glitches are. I know that I have a computer that has been blanking out. Computer programs have been turning themselves off. I've had a couple of factory resets going on that I don't like, but that's what happens when you buy what you can afford and not the best thing on the market. I'm doing the best I can. I promise you, if I ever monetize, I will definitely reinvest in better equipment, and then I will reinvest in a little additional rigging, because I really wanted to lead DPA videos, daily physical exercise videos. I tried to do the eyeball exercises, the face exercises, the seated exercises. Like there is a thing called chair yoga that we teach kids at school. I'm trying to do what I can. The dodgeball for the eyes, follow me, track my trophy for your eyes. I have played around with it. I'm not giving up on that part of things, but I'm trying to be creative. And I know there's been some videos that I really should take down and remake them without the errors, but right now I was really trying to flood the market with as many videos as possible, no matter what happened when I sent it to export, because I was almost invisible by the time we hit May and June. I was being dropped by YouTube, and I needed to flood that market because it's the numbers game, right? If I'm not getting 1,000 hits on my video, then I better have 1,000 videos that each get 1 hit. It had to be one or the other. So I really worked my butt off this summer. I hope that it shows. I hope that I've got enough out there that interests you. Oh yeah, and the other reason I'm going to Toronto Comic Con, and I changed my mind about that. The day that I go, there's going to be the Femme Gamers there, and I want to see if they'll let me do a collab with them. I was too shy to approach them about it the first time I met them last year, and I'm going to be asking them this year because I'm one of them. How I can get involved and maybe find a collaboration that way. So again, I'm going to keep asking. pro action. So I'll be having things, I'll be pretty busy and pretty tired by the end of this week coming up. But I'm going to do my best to keep things relevant. Okay, so moving on. Sneak peek time. This is the part of the guild meeting where I show you something you've never seen before. I used to also do that on the Tuck In and Chill nights, new sleep aid videos, but that's on hold. But I have something here called Mermaid Mysteries. And so I'm going to switch my screen right now, and you're going to see something that's never been seen before. It was set to pop 10 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to open up the window here. Let me see. Can you see that? Okay. Here we go. Mermaid Mysteries.
Hello.
Or soon. Soon as we stop fudging around with the delayed screens. Anyways, I'm using mysteries here as a synonym for riddles because it tries to borrow the format from
Soul.
There we go.
Welcome to my watery world. Today's game will lead you to a little DIY project that will make you very popular with the kiddos and anybody who needs a stress-relieving doodad. Answer my riddles and be rewarded with this surprising mermaid treat. Ready, Soul? Riddle me this. Can you see through me? Yes, you can see through me, and I can move through you. What am I? Riddle number 2. When you want to have a feast and there's no yeast, use me and I'll make things rise. Can you name me? I'm the prize. Riddle number 3. When you're baking and you see dough that doesn't look yummy, turn to me and I will be the saving grace. You will see, what am I? Riddle number 4. I was once a stallion free, running down a track with glee. Lo, if I should break a leg, don't send me to the factory, I'll beg. What have I become? Riddle number 5. I rhyme with twitter, spitter, fitter, and litter. What sparkly thing am I? Riddle number 6. I could be directly in front of your eyes, and still you'd never see me. What could I be? So nice to be out here on a summer's day. Okay, Soul, time's up. Let's review. In riddle number 1, you can see through me, I can move through you. What am I? Warm water. And we're going to need a half a cup of warm water. In riddle number 2, when you want to have a feast and there's no yeast, use me. It's baking soda. A half teaspoon is required. In riddle number 3, when you're baking and you see a dough that doesn't look yummy, turn to me and I will be your saving grace. It's food coloring. And for this, you're going to need green and blue because, of course, this is a mermaid treat. I love green and blue. All right, riddle me number 4. I was once a stallion free, running down a track with glee. Lo, if I should break a leg. Does anybody know what happened to horses that broke a leg on a racetrack? They were sent to the factory to become glue. I'm so sorry. Don't worry, kiddos. Your glue is not made of horses anymore. But we're going to need a half a cup of clear glue. In riddle number 5, I rhyme with twitter, spitter, litter, fitter, and a sparkly thing I am. It is glitter! Of course, because mermaids love glittery, shiny things. We love our shiny treasures. All right. And for this, you're going to want to use glitter colors like the white, silver, teal, and blue. Maybe a little purple in there for some of you, I'm not sure. but definitely the teal and blue looks really good in this. Riddle number 6. I could be directly in front of your eyes and still you'd never see me, but at least you can see it all. That's contact lenses, and what we need here is contact lens solution. You should actually be able to find that even in dollar stores or your local pharmacy. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I almost dried up there. I'm gonna make sure I stay wet. Keep my tail on. Oh, that was a close call. So, Venus, you may ask, what does this make? It's mermaid slime. No matter how old you are, it's de-stressing. It's relaxing to play with. You want to smush something? Slime. You want to squeeze something? Slime. You want to ooze something through your fingers over and over again? Slime. Also, it makes a nice surprise gift. Make a few batches and go visiting. Be the light in someone's day. No, but seriously, here's how we're going to put our mermaid slime together. First, you've got to find all the pieces that you need, and then gather your supplies and materials. Combine the main ingredients, stir together the warm water and the baking soda, add 1 drop of green food coloring and 2 drops of the blue food coloring, and stir. Pour in the clear glue and stir again to combine it. Now, add your glitter to the bowl. Pour in whatever glitter colors you think fit your mermaid slime. Potentially measure about 1 teaspoon of iridescent white glitter. Ooh, iridescent's going to look so nice. 3/4 teaspoon of teal and a 1/2 teaspoon of blue, or as you like. Stir the glitter into the glue and water mixture until it's well combined. Keep squishing there, M-Soul. Now you're going to add the slime activator. Pour the contact lens solution into the bowl. Stir well until it turns into slime. Here's some tips. If your slime is too sticky, add another 1/2 tablespoon of contact lens solution, a little bit at a time, drop by drop, stirring as you go so you don't thin this out. Stir to combine. Knead the slime well. You should be able to pick it up without it sticking to your hands. Your mermaid slime is complete. You can even add seashell-shaped beads or gemstone-like beads into the slime for more of a mermaid cache effect, because mermaids do so love collecting shiny treasures. Also, adults should use their best judgment to make sure children are taking proper safety precautions. Be sure to wash your hands after playing with the slime to remove any chemical residue from the other ingredients. Don't put it in your mouth now. Okay, and we're back in Guild Meeting Forum. I see Delta Race to USKAL. You are here. I think we have a 30-second delay, and I'm not sure if you're still there hearing me, but hello, Delta Ray. Thank you for stopping by and visiting us tonight. We were talking about you earlier, because we're going to go raid Foamlandia later. When we do, I'm going to send you a video of it. All right. So, I hope you like the sneak peek. I hope you're having fun. I mean, I just wanted a mermaid theme for August, and since this week I'm doing a Riddle Me Snack Night, instead of being here in person, I decided I still needed to represent our beautiful mermaids out there, and so this is how I wanted to do it. I hope you liked my lovely conch shell, or my red tail. That was different, but I liked it. Alright. This is the open forum, and Delta, if you're still there, I take wishes. I'd like to hear your wants. I'd like to hear your feedback. Anything you guys want to chat about. If there's a game you want to see me play, this would be the time you could request it. If there's a game out there that I haven't been doing on a Thursday night and you'd like to see it covered, please let me know. Any wishes that you have, please let me know. It looks like that it's not showing you online anymore. I'm so sorry we missed you, but I really don't want to interfere. I'm not trying to be rude at all, but once I'm playing a sneak peek, I do not want to talk over it. I want you guys to actually be able to watch it and enjoy it, and then we can talk about it afterwards. And I'm the same about, I really don't want to stop in the middle of a story during Tuck In and Chill. I do the talking afterwards. Thank you for whoever it is that liked my screen with me. Thank you so much for that. So, without any ado, if there's no one out there with a wish at the moment, usually if I see people having trouble staying
connected to their Wi-Fi to come in and out. Like when it happens to Hero, for example, or Tisha Adams, then I would just play some, oh, what do you call it? Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells is my default. However, I've been doing a lot of that this week. I've gone through quite a lot of spell casting on me this week and a lot of channeling characters, and we have been here for 50 minutes. I haven't done a guild meeting this long in a bit. So I think if no one's here and I don't see Delta popping back in, I'm going to move on for tonight. So, let's see. Whatever's left on the agenda. Now, if someone pops in before I say goodbye, that's okay. Grazie. Grazie a tutti. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight, for checking in. And for those of you who are my viewers who do watch these guild meetings afterwards, I don't know what people think of the guild meetings, but once I think we have more subscribers and more people are here, it gives us more time to just talk to each other, give me feedback. And just to say, I've written out to Marcin and to Piscana, two of our subscribers here who came with me from World of Warcraft. You'll see them in the door games. A druid as well as a hunter. I myself having a druid alt. Piscana and I like to take cat form and go on the prowl with Marcin with her two hunting pets. We just think it looks amazing. It's a whole pack of women. It's a big cat fight, and we just have a lot of fun. But I've asked them, because Piscana is actually a writer in the real world, and I don't know if Marcin writes or not. I've never asked, but Marcin's awesome to have your back. And I'm asking them if they have any stories they would like me to read on a Friday night, because they don't have to all be horror. They could be gothic romance. They could be gothic anything. Gothic styles. I'm finding while I'm browsing public domain, I come across a lot of interesting stuff, but it's so long and it would need many installments to do, and if I were to use them as inspirations for my own writing, they're just too big, and the wording is so old-fashioned that it's difficult. And so while I found some amazing, interesting books just to read for myself, they're not necessarily something I can use for this. So I'm on a hunt right now. So if any of my subscribers out there are writers and you would like me to feature, if you would allow me to read for free and post here in my channel, and I will credit you any way you tell me to credit you, and your work, and give any links to your work, just like I do for Dr. Coffee and his music. I will do that for you in your writing. So just let me know if there's something out there you would like me to feature, and I will totally do that for you. It would be really nice. So I'm going to say grazie ancora. Thank you again for being here with me today. I'm glad to give you another view of the other side of our ruins above ground. We've seen this side that has the water, the brook running through it, so you know how we're getting our water and why we hear damp, dripping sounds in our dungeon sometimes. But here up top, we're starting to cultivate just a little bit, help out the ancient gardens grow, and make things look beautiful. You know, just like us as people, we can be broken down, damaged, come out of it new, but with scars. There's always something, there's some healing, there's always a sign. And in the ruins, I love ruins because they were built so well. They had such a good bone structure to begin with that all the things that have been shattered down or stripped from it, there's still a beauty, there's still a foundation that we can build from and make it purposeful again and protect it, and just like we do for ourselves. And I don't know whatever the symbolism is in all of that, but take it and pretend I said it in a very Confucius level way and just go, and feel great. And I'm so glad that things are coming together for us. I mean, things can be built one step at a time. We just have to keep going and keep going, and I'm going to keep going. So this is me at the end of my 5th month, beginnings of, or soon to be beginnings of, my 6 months as a VTuber in a rigged avatar. And so I think I'm leaving the newbie I'm afraid stage, and now I'm just in the creative vibe of the strain of wanting to get so much done and having only so much time for it. But I'm committed to doing this, and oh, there's so many scripts ready to go or waiting to be produced, and it's just a matter of time in which direction I go first with which one. But Brave Immortal Souls is definitely going to have more installments. Some are written, they just need to be produced. So we're developing. Everything's in the newbie, but I think looking at the ruins here right now, which I made myself interacting with the AI, I inserted the other pieces. Now I'm in the real, in my human life, I was a landscaper for many years as a kid, so I've done lots of excavations. Before I found out those kind of jobs weren't going to make me the money I needed. So here I am, and still somehow bringing those other parts of my life into everything that I do. I think these backgrounds look great. I think I look great. I'm just going to flip my hair. I love flipping my hair. Woo! And I love marble. I love ruins. I love landscapes. I love blue skies. And I love my hair flipping around. And I love my bass kickers. You guys know what I'm saying if you saw my movie there. I love my boots. So, and yes, I do have a black horse. It was steel boning in it. Anyhow, I'm gonna say this guild meeting on August the 19th is adjourned. And for any viewer that pops in while I'm popping out, I'm so sorry. But I am going to finally play. I've abandoned it for a month. But today I'm doing this right. I opened with my proper opening theme song and screen. And we're going to exit my end screen. And just to explain it for those of you who are new, so I just used Corel Paint, like watercolor style, to fill it in because it was never completed by but it was my concept, and what can I say, basically in the World of Warcraft my eyes would be glowing, and one of the things that the rig guy didn't do but I had asked for was to have glowing eyes as an emote, because my soul is a separate, my soul and my body are two different things. It comes from an ancient Roman concept of there are potentially two deaths, one of the body, one of the soul. And that is why I call you all my M-souls, my precious M-souls, because I don't want your personality, I don't want your core, I don't want the light within to ever be put out by anyone or anything, and that is why I address you as my beautiful mortal souls, because I think a personality can be a fragile thing, and I want you to be you. I want you to be happy, I want you to be healthy and well, and I am raising my glass, if you can hear it. I will drink my last drops of water. I'm right down to just drops of water left. And I will drink to your health and mine. Chin chin. Have a wonderful week out there, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of our summer. And next guild meeting will be 2 weeks from now. But if you want to see me live tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday night, for Dragonflight Follies. We'll see you then, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Ciao, ciao.